Welcome everybody to our gentle and slow class today. My name is Eleni and thank you so much for being here. Today we will be using 2 yoga blocks and maybe a yoga blanket or a beach towel if you'd like to have that handy. So before we get started, I'll encourage you to hit that like or subscribe button below if you enjoy this content. And if you like yin yoga music or guided meditation, feel free to check out my sister channel, Mindful Metta, in the description below. Thank you so much, and let's begin on our backs today. So just coming down nice and gentle, take your time. We're going to begin here in constructive rest, walking our feet as wide as the mat and letting the knees fall in. Palms to the belly here or the rib cage. Beginning to soften the gaze or close the eyes. And noticing the length here of the back of the neck, the length of the spine. Begin to feel your breath rise and fall in its natural rhythm. And we'll begin our class today with a 3-part yogic breath. Feel free to join. And if you're new to this breath, feel free to bring your hands to the lower belly here. So we're going to start on an exhale, releasing the breath through the nose. Taking a deep inhalation, begin to feel your belly rise. So your belly is inhaling from the base of the belly. And then as the exhale softens, feel your belly deflate. You might visualize the belly like a balloon. So we're inhaling, feeling the belly rise. The exhale lets it all go softly. Inhale, base of belly, feel your breath rise higher into your rib cage, your low ribs expand. And then the exhale softens the ribs, relaxes the belly. And this breath will breathe deep into the base of the belly, bring your breath higher into your rib cage, and then all the way to your chest and the collarbone. And the exhale softens the chest, the ribs, the belly. Inhaling our full torso breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then feel free to continue with this breath. When you're ready, just gently lift the gaze here. We're going to stay on our backs, hugging the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock, right to left. Keeping our right knee hugged in, start to extend the left leg long, rest the heel on the earth. And then begin to flex both feet and we'll start to rotate this right ankle. So just slow circles here. Getting some movement in our joints. And reversing that circle opposite direction. You get to extend that right leg high, keeping the knee bent here as you interlace behind the thigh and just draw your thigh and your knee gently towards your chest. So working with a hamstring stretch here, nothing too intense too early on. And then start to bend the knee and reach for either the outer edge of the foot here or the shin. And draw the knee towards the earth, coming into that happy baby pose. Half happy baby. From here, begin to release, working the heel in towards the midline. We go for a crossed over twist. Left hand hugs that outer right thigh as we cross the knee, reaching out with the right arm, opening through the armpit here in the chest. And gently coming back through the center here, extending that right leg long. We hug the left knee in. And as your right foot is flexed, go ahead and start those gentle circles in one direction here with the left ankle. And reverse it opposite direction. Extending the left leg high, keeping that micro bend here, interlace behind the thigh as you draw your thigh towards the chest here. You can start to flex the foot to activate a little deeper of a stretch through the hamstring. Bending through the knee, half happy baby pose, your variation here. So we're either grabbing the outer edge of the shin or the foot and drawing that left knee towards the earth, flexing the left foot towards the sky. Working that left heel back towards midline, we set up our crossover twist. Right hand to the outer left thigh as we gently stack the hips. Reach out with that left arm. A nice spinal twist here, breathing into that space of the armpits, the upper chest. And gently coming back through center, let's find our full happy baby here, outer edges of the feet or shins. So noticing our tailbone here, if it's scooping up and reaching for the sky here, try to work your hands a little bit lower on the leg. We want nice long length here, also through the shoulder blades and the back of the neck. Releasing feet here, hug knees to chest. We rock onto one side and let's press up here to a seated position. Here it might be nice to have something to elevate the hips. Just inviting a gentle pelvic tilt forward. So go ahead and grab that if you'd like to. Bringing our feet together and our knees wide for our bound angle pose. We'll move through a sequence of cat-cow here. If this is too much for your outer hips, feel free to just come cross-legged or extend your legs out instead. So we'll inhale, draw the heart forward. Exhale, gentle tuck and round. So you'll feel your pelvis moving here, but we don't have as much mobility as when we're on the hands and knees. So we'll inhale, heart lifts. Gaze can be forward. Feel that opening through your throat. The exhale, soft round, almost like you're gently pressing your shoulder blades into the back of the room, tucking the chin slightly. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, soft round. One more here. We inhale gently, heart forward. Exhale, soft round. And coming back through center here, I will mirror you here. So extend our right leg out, keep our left foot either towards midline or into the inner thigh. Take a deep breath, arms reach high, inhaling. We'll exhale, slide the forearm along the shin, reach up and over, keeping our neck neutral here. Inhale, make our way back through center and float to the other side. Reach up and over with your right arm. So let's do this with our own count and our own breath. We'll inhale up, exhale, side bend. Inhale back through center, exhale, side bend. And last one, inhale. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back through center. This time we twist. So let's open up to our left side towards the bent knee, and that right hand can come to the outer left thigh as we start to gaze over our back shoulder, inviting that twist through the neck as well if that's comfortable. Inhaling back through neutral, switch out the legs. Left leg extends out at an angle, right foot to the midline or inner thigh. We inhale, reach up, big breath. Exhale, side bend. Slide the forearm along the shin. You can also bring it behind if that's easier. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale to your right. Inhale through center. Exhale to left. Inhale through center. Exhale to right. Last round, we inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale back through center, set up twist. We exhale, open to right side. So once again, we're just so light on these fingertips. We're not pressing to lift. We want to use the muscles of the back here to really engage and keep us nice and tall. Keeping that left foot flexed here. And back through center. Big windshield wiper, bending the knees, just rocking the knees right to left. We'll make our way onto hands and knees next. Once again, nice to have a blanket here, especially if you're on a hard surface. So, yogi's choice, we'll meet in our tabletop. Knees under hips, wrists can be underneath the shoulders or a little bit ahead here. Let's extend our right leg back, the toes point down. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, slow and soft crunch here, knee to nose, little squeeze, rounding. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap that right foot over to the left side and start to gaze over that left shoulder. So you're getting a nice side body stretch here once again. And back through center. Other side, left leg extends, toe points down, foot is flexed, deep breath in. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap it to the right, gazing over right shoulder. Inhale through the center. Big barrel rolls here. You can bring the knees wider and the toes closer if that helps with stability, or just stay in your tabletop. Let's go in a big round circle here, your own pace. And reversing directions. Excellent. Child's pose is next. Big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, reaching the arms forward. Softening our forehead here. Inhale, gazing forward, walk the hands off to the right side, keeping that left sitting bone rooting towards the earth. Big side body stretch here. Inhale back through the center. Let's take it to the other side. And back through center. Coming back into our tabletop, here's where we may grab some blocks. We'll make our way into a low lunge. So let's go ahead and step our right foot forward. Left knee is rooted. And here we'll just come to 90-90 at first. So instead of draping our left hip bone towards the earth, we're going to come up for stability here. So that little tuck of the tailbone as we add the arms. So the arms reach up on the inhale. Exhale, let's twist open to our, right side. Inhale, come back up, reach high. Exhale, open to the left. So pressing down through those right toes, especially the big toe and the ball mound of the foot for stability. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Start to twist to your right without hooking the elbow. Good. And come back through center. And now walk your toes forward slightly. Keep the hands at the heart. We'll take that hook here. Left elbow hooks onto that outer right thigh as we press gently, gazing towards the right elbow. Inhale, come back through center. Release the hands. Slide your hips back for a half Hanuman pose or right toes lift. So coming into that half split here with a micro bend through the knees. Feeling that stretch through the back of the thigh. Inhale, bend that front knee. Bring your right hand to the instep and wiggle that right foot out slightly. And coming on to our hands and knees. Our hands, our blocks. Lizard lunge. Noticing sensation through the back leg here. Are we feeling that through the front of the left thigh? Opening the right toe out to the right corner of the mat, just gently floating your right knee open here for an open hip. And then if you want to add the twist, start to bring your gaze over the right side. You can even bring your palm to that right thigh gently and gaze over right elbow. Inhale back through center, closing the hip, wiggling the foot between the hands, come back to hands and knees, and child's pose. Inhale, gaze lifts. Other side, hands and knees, using blocks here if you like. Left foot steps forward. Let's do 90-90 first. So coming up, feel that stability. Press down through the left ball mound of the foot. Arms reach up on the inhale. Exhale, we're opening to our left side. Twisting here, arms out to a T. Inhale, reaching up, and we take it to the other side. Exhale, open right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. We just go for an upper body twist here. So twisting to our left without hooking. Inhale, come back through center. Now wiggle the toes forward, come into that deep low lunge, and here we can hook the elbow. Inhale back through the center, palms release. Come to the highest level here if you'd like. And shift the hips back, half Hanuman, big toe lifts. Perhaps that micro bend here, you can fold over the thigh. Try not to bring your hips behind the knee here. Inhale, come forward, left hand to the instep of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot out. We come into our lizard lunge. So you can play here if you want to come onto forearms, if you'd like to come onto the earth without the blocks. And then opening our left toe out to the left corner, gently gliding our hip open here. Perhaps a twist, left palm to that inner left thigh as we start to gaze over the left elbow. Inhale, bring it back, close the hip, ground the foot, wiggle it between the hands. Send that left knee back. We come back through tabletop and we'll meet on our bellies next. So coming all the way down. You can keep your blanket here for support or go ahead and move it out of the way. So let's start with Sphinx and we'll make our way through a locust sequence. Options here. Palms can come together, creating that half diamond shape as the gaze is forward. You can also ground the palms and open wide through the collarbones. So since this is a more hatha-based class, we'll keep our gaze forward. Of course, you can close the eyes and relax and perhaps take a body scan and notice if there's any clenching or gripping through the face or the back body. And releasing here, coming into crocodile, stacking hands, releasing the forehead. Maybe bending the knees, take big. So this next one, we will come into our locust sequence. If you are on a blanket, I'm just going to go ahead and remove my blanket here. All right, palms beside the body, palms are facing down. Work your inner thigh bones towards each other here. And so the toes are starting to make their way also towards each other, but they may not touch. We'll inhale, start to engage your low glutes and hamstrings. The legs start to lift off the earth. Start to peel the heart up and back, and palms can stay rooted here. Gaze can be towards the front of the mat. The neck is long. If you'd like to add the arms, reach your fingertips back and breathe for 1, 2, 3, 4. Release completely. Crocodile the hands. Relax the forehead. One more here, your options, Sphinx, locust, or perhaps some of us want to practice locust with a bind. And if this isn't comfortable, you can always grab your strap here. So if you're coming through the bind, interlace the fingers. Inhale, legs lift, heart lifts, reach the knuckles towards the back wall. Breathing here, try not to hyperextend the elbow. Micro bending here, breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it go. Let's make our way to a child's pose. Your variation here, big toes can touch, knees wide, or bring the knees closer together. Lifting our gaze, shoulders come over hips as we extend our legs forward. Micro bend here through the knees as we reach the arms up. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, belly to thigh first. And then you can see where the hands land. They don't need to touch any specific place, the toes or the feet. They can land on the mat, and you can start to wiggle your sitting bones back a little bit if you have space in the hamstring. Breathing here. Inhale, the gaze lifts, setting up our twist. Cross that right foot over the left. Option here to bring the left heel to the outer right hip. Nice and tall as we inhale. Exhale, left arm can hug here as you open to the right side. You can also bring the left elbow in front of the right thigh. Try not to yank here. Just notice how the depth of the spine and the twist is more natural. We can notice that by being light on the back fingertips. Coming back through center, uncross the legs. Send the right leg long, left foot crosses. Option to stay here or bring the right heel to the outer left hip. The left foot is grounded. We sit nice and tall, deep breath in. Exhale, start to twist open to your left. Hug that left knee or bring your right elbow in front. Back through center, release the legs. Shake it out here, tap the knees, wiggle the feet. And bend the knees. Let's come all the way down onto the back. Just a sequence of bridge pose here. Heels underneath the knees, palms pressing down or just facing down here. As we inhale, lift through the hips. And release. Let's take one more variation. Feel free to come into a bridge on a block, sliding a block underneath the sacrum area. Or we inhale, lift, and continue the breath. And release. Feet come as wide as the mat, knees fall in. Bring the knees to the chest, give yourself a squeeze, rocking here right to left. We'll set up a spinal twist, inhale. Exhale, knees fall to the right, reach out with the left arm, stacking the knees here, knees in line with the navel. Inhaling back through the center, and then exhale, take the knees over to the left, reach out with the right arm. And back through center, let's take a final happy baby here, coming full circle in our practice today. Outer edges of the feet or the shins. And releasing here, let's find our master pose, Shavasana. Option to bring props underneath the knees to support the back, putting on socks or sleeves or a blanket. Whatever you need here to find your final relaxation. Taking any final movements here so that you can rest in a state of peace and softness. Scan the body one last time, noticing any points of tension that can be released at this time. Feel the breath move into its natural rhythm, the ebb and flow, the rise and fall. And then simply surrender here without anything to do, nowhere to be, but right here in this space with yourself. And please stay as long as you like to, perhaps even going into a gentle meditation. If you're ready to continue with the rest of your day or your evening, just start to bring those gentle, subtle, tender movements to the body. Toes can wiggle, fingers can wiggle. We might just slowly begin to roll the ankles, the wrist, reaching the arms overhead, the toes point forward, full body stretch like you're reawakening in the morning, fresh start. Letting the knees hug in here as we just so gently rock onto one side. Curl up in our embryo. And then with tenderness and kindness, let's make our way into our seat as we conclude our practice here together, bringing our arms up and overhead and scooping all of our beautiful light into the heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. I cannot express my gratitude enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or your evening whenever you're joining. And feel free to leave a comment or a request below. Thank you so much. Peace, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace.